What did REO Speedwagon say while playing Riichi Mahjong? Cause I can't fight this Mahjong anymore. This full flush is worth really fighting for. No more Riichi Pinfu, that's a snore. 8,000 is my score forever. Cause I can't fight this Mahjong anymore. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul, folks. My name's Yusong. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are, folks. It's grim times at Richmond High right now. We gotta take a look at the match history. Prepare yourself. Look at how they massacred my boy. I'm my boy. My Elo is the massacre. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. We're gonna get into the South Room today. This is why we play as Ichihime, okay? We play as the default character to keep us humble, to keep us hungry, to remind us to not deal into any obvious half flushes, to try to hopefully avoid skill issues such as dealing into a double Ron. Spoiler warning for some of our more recent games that we played here on the YouTubes. How am I doing? Thank you for asking. As we start off this hand with a nice little pair of the green dragons, one red 5 as well. Dora is going to be the Vivian Westwind. Unfortunately, we can't really do anything with the Vivian Westwind, but hey, that's okay. We don't need all that in a bag of chips. I'm content just playing out my hand the way it's going to play out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 shapes in our hand. No album out. Would certainly love to draw something around this red 5, but if we can't, okay, but that's okay. The 5, I mean, if we draw into a 4 of bamboo, you're going to see how redundant that 2 of bamboo was. Maybe a little bit greedy to keep the red 5 here in East 1. Maybe we just want to win this game before anybody can, you know, really get their horses ready to go. Raring? Their horses raring to go? Is that a phrase? Do I cut the value? You know and I know that as soon as I discard this, I'm going to draw into the 4 of bamboo. I cannot accept that fate today. I cannot accept that fate today. Watch me whip, watch me nene, watch me draw into the 4 of the 6 of bamboo. Okay, it didn't happen. Now, I'm a little Brook Shields down right now. If someone else calls Riichi with this hand, we have the 1 of circles to fold with, kinda. 2 of characters is at least safe for the left lord. I have to take this 10 by. Oh no, and there goes the value. Do. There goes my points, and I say it's 10 pi. Yunkada. How am I? And there's the 3 of bamboo. All right, I mean, we could have. Don't make a. Please, Riichi Mahjong gods. I have an earnest plea for you today. I know you got a busy schedule going on in Riichi Mahjong heaven, but please don't make a fool out of me today. That's literally my metric for success this video. Thank you very much. So quick and easy Ron to start out this game. How am I doing outside of the game? I went to a Pokemon Go raid hour last night with my local community. My significant other, why didn't she usually accompanies me? Why didn't she accompany me? Oh, she was out buying a car. Can you believe her? Thinking that that's more important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, this is 7 pairs. I hate that. It could be all triplets as well. Maybe we should have hedged our bets with some, you know. I mean, if this hand is 4 concealed triplets, I'll eat my socks. But and hey, look at my past thumbnails. I'm known to eat my socks. Okay, eating my socks is not something that's even that foreign to me. I do it. I know how my socks taste. Okay, right Lord's gonna call her Riichi. I mean, this is hilarious because 3 of circles is a safe tile. If we draw into 8 of bamboo or 1 of bamboo, we might be able to chase this hand. 3 of characters doesn't seem that safe. And if they're going to call an early Riichi, I don't necessarily want to deal into them if I don't have to, right? We got a pair of the Northwinds, the Nolan Northwinds that we could fold with. 1 of bamboo also looks relatively, you know, beef safe enough. Oh, don't make me fold. Oh, but our hand is so bad. It's 1. 7 pairs, literally just 2 Han. Oh, you want me to chase the Riichi as well for the thumbnail, for the YouTube analytics? Not today. It's responsible Mahjong hour. She was buying a car because her car is very, very old, and honestly, the maintenance costs were getting a little too high. And don't get me wrong. Oh, Yusong, why didn't you accompany her to get the car? I was streaming at the time. I was live on Twitch, and I made sure like she was going with her family. So it wasn't like if she had no one to go with, I would have been like, okay, we gotta reschedule the stream. I gotta go help my SO buy a car. This is important. This is a big decision. It's a very scary thing to do yourself. All right, we didn't deal in with the 3. Luckily, you know, we eat a little bit of that dealer penalty sitting in the dealer's seat, but it doesn't seem to sting that badly. Whoa! Okay, a lot of bamboo, bright and early in the morning. I mean, here's my genuine hope for this hand, as a lot of wanna bamboos start coming out of the woodwork. If we just continue drawing bamboos and honors, Bamboos and Honors is the name of my book about how pandas are an endangered species. Anyway, if we just continue drawing bamboos and honors, I will be so happy to yeah, forsake my humanity a little bit and just go for the half flush in the bamboo suit. We can maybe even get a pure straight 1 through 5 in the bamboo suit. How was the raid hour? Thank you again for asking. It's very kind of you to ask. It was Tapu Fini raid hour. And Tapu Fini comes from a game that a Pokemon game that I've never played before. So I don't know much of the lore behind it, but I did catch a shiny, and that was very exciting. You know something that was the most striking to me? Not the shininess of the Pokemon, but I was surprised because there was about like 50 people there. It was a really good turnout for a random Wednesday evening. And I did not talk to a single other person there. I kept to myself. I was really shy. What am I, a New Jeans song? The way I was super shy? I really kept to myself, and this was surprising to me because, you know, you hear other streamers sometimes say like, oh, I'm actually really shy in real life, and you're like, are you? Because you talk into a microphone. And sometimes I like succumb to that logical fallacy or just that assumption as well. Like, oh, you're talking, you're yapping. You know, you're cultivating you're cultivating conversation. You're actually talking to people in the chat and whatnot. But in real life, I was like, oh my goodness, what do I even say to you? Like, I've never been more sad that I did not have a cute dog, because some people had cute dogs and I'm like, that's a great conversation starter. What's their name? How long have you had them? What are their favorite things to eat? Do they like to play Pokemon Go as well? You know? I was amazed at how shy. So this is your warning. If you ever meet me in real life, say we're playing face to face at a Mahjong tournament where the winner dies in real life. Do I want to cheat this? I mean, one of these is our pair. Oh, why cheat when you can get the cow for free? Okay, do we start pawning out the wazoo? Because this is a full flush hand. Oh, okay. It seems like we might be waiting on a 7 of bamboo. That's our, you know, if we pawn the 3 of bamboo or the 4 of bamboo, we're waiting on the 7. It's not necessarily a great single tile wait, right? Could she this? Sure. Or I could pawn this for a pretty nasty all triplets hand, but I think that's way too greedy. Now we're in a weird little situation where we can chi into a 5, we can pawn into a 3 or a 4, or even an 8 here. And now other people are starting to look around. How lucky we are to be alive right now. All right, Right Lord calls the Riichi. I don't like this, but I think we can fight a little bit. If we draw into the Kiss of Death, let's say 7 of characters, 4 of characters, you know, dangerous tiles such as those. Why is the 4 dangerous? Because people are going to keep their 5s and 6s. Okay. I mean, oh, Yusong. Okay, hang on. How many 8s are left? 1. How many 3s are left? No, it's a 2 tile wait. I don't do that. I absolutely do not do that. There's two tiles left. If I pawn that, Mr. Krabs, there's literally 1 copy of the 8 of bamboo and 1 copy of the 3 of bamboo. You think that one of these bozos does not just have those tiles in their hand? Oh, you could get Tanya. Please, okay. You're gonna have to catch me pretty early in the morning. Okay, so 4 would have been safe for Right Lord, but not for Left Lord because they kept their 5s and 6s. He's got the soul reads, folks. He's got the soul reads. Now, Raisin, incredible username. has taken first place, but it's not an insurmountable peak. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pairs for this hand as well. Maybe some Zuzzy 7 pairs action, especially if we draw into another one in our first few draws. That'd be kind of nice with it. 9 of characters has already been discarded once. Hey, it's not good for us in this hand right now. Could have been using it to accept the door, the 8 of characters, but it's not necessarily that useful for our hand right now, and it's not useful for our 7 pairs, aka our 7 layers game plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this is a little bit fricked up, but if we're playing this hand normally, we might need to use this 2-4 shape as its own shape. So I'll keep it around for now. Like some of the snacks in my pantry that I'm probably never gonna eat. All right, I'll keep some of you around. Oh, an old Rice Krispie treat from the year 2013. Yeah, I mean, I might get hungry one day. I was very, very shy in real life. I wanted to ask people like, hey, and it's not even like we didn't have a common interest that I could ask about. This is, I can be pretty outgoing when I want to be. Like this is gonna sound extremely, I don't know, out of left field, I guess, but I used to help organize / run this networking event in my city, and I can be pretty outgoing when I need to be. Like, oh, this is very, very important. So do your research on the people that are going to be there, you know, ask good questions, be engaged, just try to be like a nice individual in general. Okay, I mean, this is a cute little Riichi. Could just slam the like and subscribe button. I mean, wow, a Crossler just had it. Okay. I mean, I was waiting for the Riichi there. I was gonna hopefully wait to draw into like an honor tile or a terminal tile or just something a little bit more je ne sais quoi, something a little bit more zuzzy. You know what I mean? Wanted something a little bit more zuzzy there. 8 of bamboo is not even that bad, but it's not zuzzy enough. Sorry, if you can't handle me at my crewmate, you don't deserve me at my imposter. We even had common interest. Hey, did you catch anything good? That's a very easy way to talk to another person if you're in a social situation. You can just point at a thing that you can see in common, right? But even then, I was stun locked. I was just trapped in my own mind the whole time, just spinning Pokeballs for the heck of it. All right, let's take a look at this game. A Crosslord sitting in the dealer's seat. This hand is like a kind of like a Riichi Pinfu-able hand, right? It's a Riichi Pinfu-able hand. I mean, I'll keep the 6 just for now. Why am I keeping this? I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea. Maybe we draw into a third one, and suddenly we have a pair in our hand. But that's not good. Like that's not very good at all. Okay. Okay, this is fine. All we need is to draw a shape around this 5 of bamboo. And that's particularly good because he just saw it. The Dora is the 4 of bamboo, and the 4 of bamboo would be a lovely little addition to our hand. Drawing into that red 5 though, it's basically the same as 1 Dora, right? So, all right, this is, you know, let's let the tiles guide us. Whichever one I use is, which one I ever use, guys, gets a little shape first. It's gonna be the one we keep. Yusong, why? Oh, look at you. Looks like someone hasn't read Riichi Book 1. There's a chapter entirely that's like, why speaking in a Brooklyn accent? And yes, that was a Brooklyn accent. It might have been a little confusing because of how accurate it was. Probably didn't expect to just hear a recreation as if I was a award-winning actor. But speaking in a Brooklyn accent actually improves your tile efficiency by at least like you get to tempi like 1 to 2 tiles faster. And these are just raw statistics. Like, look, I don't understand, but some people, you know, look at the API for Mahjong Soul. Again, other things, other abbreviations that I don't quite understand, but I'm gonna throw them around to pretend to be smart. Here we go. Okay, please don't run me. It's such a dangerous tile because now it's spicy in the late game, you know? We finally made it into 1 away from Senpai, or the Riichi Mahjong terminology is Ishanten. So, I mean, we could just call it your most basic... I mean, it just passed. Please pass again. Please pass again. Oh my goodness. I mean, that's risky. That's genuinely risky. I don't know about this discard, folks, but I can't throw away Riichi Pinfu Red 5. I can't throw away Riichi Pinfu Red 5. Dare I? Let's dance. Let's tango, folks. It's a late game Riichi. He's a bit of a flirt, but I mean, this is extremely spicy because they could have had a 3-4 very easily as well, right? Just tiles around the door, it becomes very, very spicy. That red 5 might have actually been the kiss of death. I'm also just gonna say this, okay? Crosslord, can we talk just like human to human? Can you please stop? Can you please stop? Every time I get into Tenpai, you rob me. And as the owner of this store, aka my Riichi Mahjong points, I don't appreciate that. There's a red 5 that's coming out. Okay, you probably have some kind of half flush in the bamboo suit. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, if they have a half flush in the bamboo suit, we're going to be feeding them the honor tiles that they might be wanting. You know, Eastwind is in our hand. It's probably not going to stay. Vivian Westwind is also in our hand, but a clutch 5 of circles pickup. Maybe a little Riichi Pinfu for this hand as well. Maybe even Tanya, right? This is looking a little cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Sure. This is fine as well. 2, 3, 4. I mean, one of yous guys is gonna be our pair. Don't really know which one first. We gotta let the tiles guide us. 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that anything? Is that anything? Am I really gonna go Brooke Shields down over that? Sure, I guess. I suppose. Because now it's like, I don't know, I could discard a 2 and I could discard a 7. I'm a little bit scared of what a Crosslord's doing. Left Lord is going to pawn up the 1 of bamboo. The 1 of bamboo? What have you do not have a... This is a weirdo situation because I don't think they have a half flush in the bamboo suit at all or a full flush in the bamboo suit. It wouldn't surprise me if they're just... Oh, what is this? Oh my... All right, we got to run it back, folks. I mean, that we didn't even get any action on that one. We didn't even get any action on that one. That was such an inconspicuous... Oh my goodness. We could have died. Folks, we could have died. I don't know how to tell you this, but we genuinely could have died. Anything else in that game that's worth looking at? Let me just take a peek, a quick gander through the logs, if you will. I mean, this hand... This is a weirdo situation, but I didn't want to deal the 4 of characters. I mean, what were they waiting for? They were waiting for single tile wait on the 7 of bamboo. Wow. Okay, a weird little situation to find ourselves in. I'm covering up their hand. I apologize. And then left Lord chases the Riichi. 5 of circles. I mean, the 2 passed, so they're not with a 3-4, and they've discarded an 8, so they're not with a 6-7. I love that. I love left Lord's ruthlessness. I think it really served to help them in this hand. So what happened here? I call Riichi, and then you deal. I don't win this hand. You are in Tenpai? Question mark. You are in Tenpai, waiting for a 3 or a 6, like some mafias I know. You throw the 3 here because you're like, there's some 5s gone, there's some 4s that I see, you know, and it's just so unfortunate. It's just so unfortunate. All right, folks, we gotta run it back. We genuinely gotta run it back. Do we do a full entire game in the Jade Room? And now this is gonna be a feature-length presentation. All right, let's run it. Finishing up the morning tea real quick. I mean, what else is going on in my life? I don't know. I have no chill, okay? I have no chill. I kind of like replaced the shower filter on my shower head. In the past 3 days, I've taken apart my shower 3 times because the first day I was like, well, there's still water leaking out of it. So I might as well add some more plumber's tape to the inside of the water filter. It's coming out. It's like leaking through the whatever. So... You know, that's probably not a good sign. I added some plumber's tape. The instructions didn't say to add plumber's tape to that area, and I'm like, okay, but I've mastered plumber's tape. I've watched 3 YouTube tutorials. I think this is gonna be okay. Cut to that night. I'm hearing a ding, 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 sound from my shower. Something is not okay. Everything's gonna explode. So I take it apart again, and I told this story horribly because I had taken it apart a first time just to clean everything before all of this happened. But now, after the 3rd reassembly, after my 3rd application of plumber's tape, I think it's Gucci now. I think we're Gucci main. If I may be so bold, Your Honor, as to use some language that the court might not be as familiar with, my client is Gucci main. The shower feels good. My hair, I think, is loving it. I don't know. It's a kind of like a nice placebo effect that I elect to believe in, that I want to choose to believe in. But I have no chill. I was like, I think it would benefit me so much in my life if I looked at my to-do list and I was like, oh, this is the most important thing. And this is the least important thing. And I'll just do some of these things tomorrow. Every time I make a to-do list, I genuinely, and this is like a real to life mental health thing, like not knowing how to prioritize. I don't know if it's indicative of anxiety or whatever, but it's really, really damaging. I just feel like every time I need to do something, I feel as if like taking out the trash has the same level of import. Oh my goodness, 789 Sanshoku. Did you see that? Did you see that this whole time? 789 Sanshoku. We could even chi into the Sanshoku just to stop someone's like hopes and dreams. You know what I mean? Of course, drawing into seven of characters would be the nut draw. I should even maybe get rid of this 8, right? Because it is helpful in case we draw the third one. We can call Riichi still, but it's Tsuji to the Dora. What I mean by that is the Dora is the 5 of characters. People are gonna keep their 6s and 7s around to hopefully, you know, Ron a bozo like me. So you know what? Let's die tonight. Let's get rich or die trying. Let's go for the Sanshoku. Let's go for the gold. Unfortunately, 2 9s of bamboo. 3 9s of bamboo. I've already been thrown. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. So what do we do here? We need to talk about contingencies. All right, all the 9s are gone. Let me... Hurts, definitely hurts. Genuinely felt my heart drop a little once we saw the last 9 of bamboo come out, and now I'm like, I don't want to deal into any of you guys's. Riot Lord seems to be making their way downtown. 2 completed sets already. Okay, so we just try to get into Tenpai, right? If we get the 7 of bamboo, I will 7 of characters. I will still throw the 8 of bamboo, but I will not call Riichi. Why? Because the Riichi's terrible. We have no 9s to wait on and only 3 6s to wait on. I don't like those odds. You know what I mean? Like a person who loves the numbers 2, 4, and 6. I don't like those odds. Call the Riichi, save a Riichi, ride a cowboy. Dude, this is such a bad Riichi. And I slam it anyway. Because it's like, it's close to the Dora, you know what I mean? But Right Lord, like, am I really scared of Right Lord? Am I really quaking in my boots? If I was in a Scooby-Doo cartoon, would you hear my knees going, clanging against one another? I don't know. No, zoink, Scoob. I don't know. Because Right Lord has what? Prevalent Wind? They only have Prevalent Wind? I mean, oh! Okay. Hashtag rewarded. Just the Riichi sumo right off of the rip. Okay, we got that tile flow, folks. We got that tile flow. But like vacuuming will have the same level of importance as doing my taxes. And I'm like, that's wrong. You know what I mean? Uncle Sam needs my money. Taxes are so much more important. I'm saying this. I don't know why I can't help but laugh as I say all these things. Probably because I know where all the government's spending the money. Oh yes, can we get another bail? No, okay, don't. It's not. People don't come here for the political commentary. We come here just for the opening hands where you draw into two Dora, and that's pretty spicy right off the get go. Probably a Riichi only hand with this one. It doesn't seem like this is a pinfu situation, a pinfuation, if you will. 3, 4, 5. I mean, 3, 4, 5 is not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. We still need a 5th shape somewhere in here. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't even hate like a 7 of circles, or even like a 6 of circles. We could turn this into 2 shapes. I'll even keep the 3 around. I'll keep the 3 around. We are very Brook Shields down. I wanted to try this, by the way. Like, I was thinking to myself, what a wonderful world. But I was also thinking to myself, like, you know how we always keep a safe tile, or we have a propensity to keep a safe tile around? It's just so that we don't deal into someone's Riichi or whatever later. What if we never kept a safe tile around? Because if someone, okay, if Left Lord calls Riichi now, Had we had no safe tile, oh, we would have been Mondo F'd. We probably could have gotten away with throwing the 9 of characters. It's so tough to say because sometimes like when you're 12 discards in and you have no quote unquote safe tiles, once someone calls a Riichi, you will find a safe tile. You know what I mean? You're gonna find a safe tile to throw amongst the discards, among us, by the way. Now, I would love to try and put this strategy into practice, right? Like, oh yeah, we just don't fold anymore. We don't fold anymore, like a Charlie Puth banger, right? But unfortunately, the thing about trying new strategies is that unless you are 100% sure, unless they come from the wisdom of the biblical material that is Riichi Book 1, or, you know, like a Mahjong Pro or something, it's hard to experiment around, in your ranked games because the consequence is way too freaking high. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, you want to learn how to tricycle? Do it over this pit of lava. Wow, the Dora discard. Just, wow. Really? I know the 4 of circles passed. Wow, and you just have it, huh? You just have it. For what? Seat when prevalent when? I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. If that was me, and my legs were going because my knees were clanking against one another, and I was like, raggy, zoink, Scoob. If I was doing all of that, I would never have pawned that Eastwind. You know what I mean? You could not catch me pawning that Eastwind. That's 2 more safe tiles to throw. For what? If you had like a banger of a hand, if you had 3 Dora, 3 concealed triplets, like we saw from last game, right? If you had a monstrosity like that, I can understand. But risking it all to deal into a Riichi with just 1 hand? Je ne l'aime pas. C'est trop dangereux. He's still watching French streamers on Twitch in his spare time, by the way. Why? Because it's interesting. This is how you know I'm an only child. It's because I love feeling like a special little guy. You know what I mean? And other people would call this, what's the word? Obnoxious? But I'm like, oh, I'm so special. I get to watch Twitch streams in another language. Look at how special I am. And you know what? No one's like looking at me. I don't, and I'm not even like, the satisfaction does not come from me telling you about it later on YouTube videos or on Twitch. You know who's looking at me and telling me that I'm special? Me! My inner monologue. The whole time I'm watching a stream in another language, I'm like, Pat, Yusong, you're doing a good job. You're so special. You have no idea how twisted and fricked up my brain is. I probably should have kept that around, just in case we draw into 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's a way to get a pair, right? We can wait for a 2 or wait for a 5. We kind of get punished if we draw into a 3 of circles here. Okay, 4, 6, 8. That's not even that bad. We can now finish this shape with a 5 or a 7. That's kind of nice. This can even, if we draw into a 7, we can also, you know, wait for our pair as the 1 of characters or the 4 of characters, maybe even slurp up another Dora because of that. So things are looking up. It's not even looking that bad. 8 of bamboo. Unfortunately, we're getting a little bit of garbage. Like a meteorologist predicting a little bit of drizzle as a big yellow cloud comes into view. We're going to experience a little bit of garbage this weekend, folks. We're going to experience a little bit of garbage. 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess so. But now we're in Zuzi Firth in jail. So now we can't do the 2, 3, 4, 5 anymore. Okay. So unfortunately for us, a little bit Brook Shields down. But if someone else calls Riichi right now, we have safe tiles. It's not like the world's most amazing safe tiles, but we do have safe tiles. And now I look at this hand and I'm like, 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku. You're screaming at me. You're shaking my shoulders. You sung 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku. And I say to you, my friend and compatriots, yes, that is so valid. 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku is so valid, but what is our pair gonna be? You know what I mean? Because we cannot have our shapes being like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? We don't have a pair in that instance. And that's something that I cannot do. You know what I mean? It's like it's the same principle as playing high stakes poker. I'm 3-betting without a pair. What's going on here? Look, don't ever call me on my poker references, okay? Because I don't want to ever admit to you the cold hard truth, and that is I like watching poker highlights on YouTube, but I genuinely have no idea what they're talking about. I just think that it's interesting. I like watching things too where I I have no idea what they're talking. I love listening to people talk when I have no idea what someone's talking about. This was even true even in my like college classes. Okay, Leveler just gonna sumo. Not sure why they didn't call Riichi. Maybe they were not too content with their weight and they were just hoping to upgrade it into a double-sided weight or something. I mean, this game is moving along quite swimmingly. Maybe a pure straight here in the, oh no. This hand looks really, really bad. Door is the 3 of bamboo. Okay, it makes this hand so awkward. Oh, it makes this hand so awkward to maneuver. This might be one of those defensive half flush situations, and you're like, Yusong, you don't even have 3 shapes in the character suit. Okay, I don't come to where you, I don't come to where you play Riichi Mahjong and tell you that you don't have any shapes. Okay, so if we can be a little bit careful with our tone right now. 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku, a hilarious possibility that allows us to accept the door. Red dragon. Okay, can you red drag these tiles all over my forehead? Thank you. That's pretty good. I don't even know if we... Yeah, I don't know if we necessarily chi. It's a pretty fast hand, I'm not gonna lie, but it just doesn't feel good, you know what I mean? Like, it just... Something about it feels bad. Something about this hand feels bad. I mean, what do other people think that I have? Other people think that I have either 1, 2, 3 Sunchooks or a full outside hand. I mean... No, they don't. They know I'm on the red dragon or something silly like that. All right, well, that's okay. Maybe someone, you know, loses track of themselves or has such a great hand that they have to push with the red dragon. And then we slurp, folks. And then we slurp. And this is true during my college classes, where my favorite college classes were like, and this is gonna sound weird, but literary theory classes where I had no idea what people were talking about. Like, I remember one time, you know, we meme a lot about on the channel about like, oh, Foucault's panopticon. Don't we live in a surveillance state? Upvotes to the left. Like, we genuinely meme on that a lot in our community. And but I was actually taking a class about, like, you know, Foucault and their writings and stuff. And oh, this hand just got good. This hand just got good. We can even con the 9 of characters if we're so lucky. But we need that red dragon to come home first and foremost. Also, if someone else calls Riichi, please do not get attached to this hand. You see a half flush, and might I just remind you that we've already done some damage here in the circle suit. Please, why is the signal so bad? I'm on Ethernet. What is going on here? Yo, Star, please. I can't afford to lose any more games. Oh no, someone was messing around in the code to give me the kiss of death. I swear. I don't want to get into conspiratorial thinking, but rise up, patriots. Someone was doing that. That was malicious. That was cold-hearted. Now if someone gives me red dragon, I might want to just effing chase this, you know what I mean? Red dragon allows us to pawn. We even have a safe tile. And we can wait on tiles that we know are safe from a crosslord. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Am I literally doing the same thing that I accused other people of doing? Which is like, you only have 1 Han. Why are you chasing into this Riichi? Oh, I'm literally... I'm such a hypocrite. Oh my goodness. I'm such a hypocrite. I throw the 9 there. It's really unlikely that you have a 7-8 in your hand. I mean, that's a relatively beef safe enough tile, and there it is, and there it is, and we get to take a crosslord's Riichi stick baseball bat. Hey, I've been browsing too much Twitter. I'm about to call that a baseball gat. Up dudes to the left. But I remember we were talking about Foucault, and then one student, he was like, yeah, it's just kind of interesting how these vast matrices of power intersect with one another. And I was like, Brosephine, I have no idea what you just said, and I am also like in love with you. I don't know. I just like listening to intelligent people talk. Now, the thing about academia, or at least undergrad academia, from my experience, is that it's hard to tell whether or not someone is really smart or if they're just talking out of their a word, if you know what I mean, okay? If they're just blowing smoke, if you will. But I don't know. I just like it hearing intelligent people talk, genuinely. And I know that you probably don't agree with me because you're on this channel and you're listening to me talk. This is the opposite of that. We all got to re-enroll in some kind of class, you know? And I honestly, I don't think I could do it right now because I don't have that much free time. I gotta go do my Pokemon Go raid hours. Obviously, my schedule is pretty ironclad at this point. I gotta take off my shower I take about my shower like a few dozen more times. I'm sorry, I'm a little booked up for today. What do we do with this hand? Okay, now I'm thinking to myself, what a wonderful world. I would chi into the 4 of characters. I would absolutely chi into the 4 of characters. I absolutely pawn to the green dragon as well. I mean, we're not gonna use this. I don't know how to tell you this, but we're not gonna use this. Let's throw away our more dangerous tile now. What is the door? It's the south wind. Oh no. Oh no. Someone could definitely have the south wind. Key for southern wind. Why didn't I pawn this? Can someone explain to me why I didn't pawn this, by the way? I mean, I don't know. It's not necessarily because at that point we didn't have the green dragons. Ah, of course. Sasuga Yusong always making the best decisions. What do we want to see? I mean, I would much rather chi into a 4 and then be waiting on the 2 of characters or the 9 of circles. I mean, this is also interesting. Holy smokes, this hand got spicy. Okay, the nut draw right now is like a 4 or a 6 of characters. We can upgrade this hand into green dragon, pure straight, red 5, potentially. Potentially. A lot of things need to go right for that to be the case. I'm gonna chi here. I understand this is a little bit reckless, but if someone, this is the exact same situation. If someone wants to fold right now, they might throw the 9 of circles and I might get to slurp. Now, if we draw into the kiss of death, then we can fold with the 9 of circles as well. So 6 of circles, 2 5s, 3 5s are gone. I gotta go for it. And it passes. I mean, what do I have? I mean, it's a pretty close game, right? That kind of changes your feelings or your judgment about whether to push or to fold. Okay, 5 5 5. Okay, I mean, I believe in the one chance that believes in me. 3 5s are gone. It's like unlikely that they have a 5 6 in their hand, especially if they discarded a 6 early on. The 6 early on, I don't even know where that comes from. It comes from a 3 4, most likely. Comes from a 3 4. If they had a 5 6 6 shape, surely they would keep that shape around for later. And now they threw a 5. I think I could throw an 8. They're not waiting with a 6 7. The 7 of characters discarded is still spicy, you know? It's still decently spicy. I know they don't have the red 5 though. So this is honestly, we've been playing this hand pretty aggressively. Love Lord, if you're gonna sumo, just sumo. Stop gloating. Oh, they're gloating because they got the red 5. Oh, and they adore Adora. This is such a lucky hand. Oh, left Lord got that tile flow. Okay, fine. It's okay. Now, we got a little bit of tile flow too. 2 Dora. That's okay. 7 8 9. What a nice little pickup there. What a nice little pickup, like a game of basketball at the local YMCA. Don't know if I told you this, but I did a lot of after-school programs at the local YMCA in upstate New York when I was younger. My favorite thing to do at the YMCA, not play basketball, even though there were a lot of basketballs, and I'm not even a basketball hater. I think basketball is really fun. I would even go so far as to say that it is my favorite sport, and in particular, I like the way they dribble up and down the court. That is facetious, but I genuinely do like basketball. I think it's fun to just like shoot a ball. Okay, I don't know. Why am I so nervous to say that? As if I'm like a political pundit or dissident or something. Hey, I'm gonna stand up and say that I like shooting a basketball into a hoop. And I don't care who knows. Too long has this regime gone on, telling us that we can't play basketball. There was a lot of basketball there, but my favorite thing to do was play bumper pool. Playing bumper pool was a lot of fun. Of course, like, probably, I remember it really fondly now, but looking back at it, it's probably like a really rundown table with like, you know, the pool cues that are just uncured wood. It's just giving you splinters 24/7. No, it wasn't that bad, but I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. Bumper pool is just like a little pool table where there's like a lot of like rubber bumpers just randomly assorted in the middle. And me and my friends that I made in the after school program, like, we didn't really know how to play bumper pool. We just kind of watched other people do it and we're like, oh yeah, that's close enough. And then we just kind of imitated them. But we didn't know any of the rules. Just you take a turn, I take a turn. If you make a ball, you get to go again. Honestly, that's extremely fun. Just making up your own rules to the game. Now as an adult, we all got our suits and ties on. What is Reitler doing? You got 13 orphans? Oh, okay. Right Lord is genuinely orphans moding this right now. Okay, Yusong, focus. Just don't deal into the Yakuman. I mean, it is great thumbnail content. It is great thumbnail content, but don't do that. Like, why would you do that? You sick little guy, huh? Little freak. Okay, why am I talking to myself like that? What would we like to draw? A 2 of circles, please. Then we can wait on the 4s and the 7s. That would simply be nothing short of delightful. Absolutely wonderful. If I see someone throw a north wind, I know that we're made in the shade. Hang on, 3 east winds? Dude, they still could have orphans. That's a terrifying part about this hand. And now they're discarding. Wow, so they don't have orphans. They're going for something horrible, like a half outside hand. Okay. There's the Nolan North. I'm not gonna con that. Not gonna con that. No good reason to. Here's another 1-3. What do I do? Are we screwed here? Like, I don't mean to use incendiary language, but 3 4s are gone. 1 7 is gone. Okay, this 5-6 shape, once a beautiful bounty, is now the cinder block that might make me drown to the bottom of the ocean. Okay, Loveloader's gonna call the Riichi. What do I do here? I don't know if I can throw the 6 of bamboo. 6 of bamboo actually looking really spicy. Only 2 7s visible. 2 5s visible. I don't think I can throw it, folks. Unfortunately, I don't think I can Henry David throw it, but there's still, oh man, now if we draw into another Dora, it's like, that's like a kiss of death, but I'm ready to make some bad decisions tonight, baby. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, Grim Reaper, want a French? Ooh, I'm folding. Absolutely folding. Other fun things to do at the YMCA. I mean, it's like, oh, you saying you never went swimming? No, I never went swimming. It's too cold to go swimming in upstate New York. And you have to like change and shower and all that. That's too much work. It's absolutely too much work. I gotta go home and do homework after this. Left Lord got that tile flow. There's nothing we can do about this one, folks. Welcome to an hour-long banger. I can't promise because I genuinely have like chores and stuff to do today. VOD channel uploads to hit today. A bonus sponsored stream. I mean, recording this way in advance, but I apologize for the backlog. But the backlog, I think, is a good thing. It's always a good thing. It means that we can work on fun Zuzzy projects instead of, you know, just grinding away at the mill with the threat of not having an upload the next day. That's an excellent pickup. I'm not complaining about this one, folks. Is this ever Tanya? 1, 2, 3, 4. If we draw into some shapes around the 3 and the 6, okay, I might start thinking about that dank Tanya. Welcome to your brain rot, by the way. Oh yeah, you trying to focus at work the next day. Yes, some dank spreadsheets. Trying not to say those words in a business meeting. I know you're supposed to do homework first and you're not supposed to go on the internet first when you get home from school. It's impossible to do homework first. Just homework first. Like, I don't know. It's so hard. I don't know. Like, if you're a parent, how in the world do you teach a child self-control? Because I think my parents really did their darndest. Kids say the darndest things. My parents tried their darndest ways, okay? To instill a sense of, oh, you really should do your homework. But I really liked playing Pokemon Diamond. You know what I mean? And you can't argue with that. I genuinely, it was as if I had a primal need, which is ironic considering, you know, we could, in later generations, we'd be seeing primal Groudon, right? Every time I came home from school, I had a primal need to go play Pokemon. It's just, you gotta de-stress. Too young to drink alcohol. Little did I know that I would not be able to drink alcohol for the rest of my life because I simply do not digest it very well. Too young to unbutton my shirt and the collar, you know? But not too young enough to play some Pokemon to unwind a little bit after a long day of school. I have to learn how to divide fractions. What are some of the most useless things that I've remembered from school? I mean, this isn't useless. Dividing fractions is multiplying by the reciprocal. Now, I don't know why I still remember that. I genuinely don't know why I still remember that. It's not even one of those Zuzzy, like in 1942, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. I don't even have a nice rhetorical technique to recall that. But if you need to multiply or divide 1/3 by 1/2. What you do is you multiply instead Uno reverse card 1/3 by 2/1. Is that correct, or am I spreading misinformation? Let me know in the comment section down below. Please genuinely let me know. Do not let a whole generation fall into the darkness that is ignorance, okay? Please let me know if that's correct, because now I'm scared that I'm spreading misinformation. Oh my god. Oh my god. Other things that I remember. I mean, I'll throw away this 7 here, because now I'm like this tile is on the chopping block. But if we draw into something here, if we draw into some more double-sided weights here, it's gonna outclass the 2-4 shape that we have in our hand. Now, Right Lord has got something zuzzy going on. They've already pawned the white dragon. Please don't also have the green dragon. No. Okay, it's a crosslord. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I know that RNA is used to make proteins. Other things that I remember that the futility of the turtle on its back in the Grapes of Wrath symbolized something about the American dream, something. Now, if that knowledge doesn't help you, I don't know what will. If that doesn't show you that it's really stuck to my brain, then I don't know what will. 8 of characters. Do I believe in you? I'm scared. I'm scared, folks. I don't want to deal with the Right Lord's horrible machinations right now. They discarded a 3 of bamboo. What do I think you have? Do you have like a 4-5-5 shape? No. But you have a 3-5 shape that turned into a 5-6 shape. Oh, now that's genuinely the kiss of death. But I'm in the Joey Wheeler seat. I'm in the dealer seat. But this might be one of those hands that separates a good player from a great player. Please, someone throw a safe bamboo tile so that I can get out of here. I don't want to throw these bamboo tiles, especially because... Oh, no. Yeah, I can't throw these bamboo tiles because they could have the door. They're close to the door. So 7 would have been fine, but, you know, we were very, very close to throwing the 4 as well. Don't necessarily love that. Oh, that was our last chance of the dealer seat, too. Folks, I have to prepare you for some unfortunate truths, okay? I'm Al Gore hitting you with an inconvenient truth. We might lose this game. I know it looks fine right now, and we are in 2nd place, and that's like Gucci Mane or whatever. But we might genuinely lose this game, okay? Right Lord, they're doing something. They're going for a flush in the character suit. Fine. By all means, try. By all means, try. We can accept the door in our hand. 7 of bamboo. Not a stranger to this little situation. I will keep the white dragon. White dragon will be a sick pickup here as well. Do you remember anything from school? I mean, at one point, I was kind of grateful for things like this. Like, at one point, we did have to memorize, like, the location of all 50 states. And I think that, you know, Americans get a bad rap, like, internationally for not knowing enough about the world that we live in. And I agree. Like, you should be able to locate, you know, well, I don't want to say prominent countries. What am I trying to imply there? But you should be able to you should be able to find countries on a global map. And I will never do a GeoGuessr stream or a geography-based stream because of that fact. I don't want to embarrass myself. I know I'm way too ignorant. I know I'm way too ignorant. But I will say, we did, for social studies class, we did have to memorize like all 50 states. Like, eventually we had a test that was just a map of the US, and then you had to fill in all the states. And that was very tricky. That was genuine. Oh, Right Lord's going for a flush in the character suit. Am I willing to do this though? But do they? Or do you have just a pair of the white dragons? I think you might just have a pair of the white dragons. Or do I want to believe that? No. Oh, this is so scary. This is genuinely so scary. Okay, they discarded a 9 and then a 7 and a 4. And then they started discarding. Oh, and now that's a heartbreaker. That's a heartbreaker. We might have to start folding here, but it's like, what are we gonna fold with? Besides a glorious draw of the 9 of bamboo? Because Right Lord, pourquoi? Just throwing the door, no regard for human safety. Okay. What do I throw then? What do I, Henry David, throw? I throw the 1 because I see 3 of the 3s and a few of the 2s as well. So this seems okay. 4 of bamboo also looks relatively beef safe enough. Why? Because both 7 and 1 have passed. So they can't be waiting with a 2-3 and they can't be waiting with a 5-6. That's kind of noise with it. It's kind of toy with it. I'm never going to throw away a I'm never going to throw away a white dragon. I think this is the tile that Right Lord's waiting for. Because otherwise their hand, it just doesn't make that much sense, right? I feel like this is a flush in the character suit. I think they are waiting for the white dragon. I think that it might have been a little foolhardy for me to throw away that 7-8 earlier. Now, what do I throw? That's such a good question. This is spicy too. This is very, very spicy. But we're living in Spicetown, USA, folks. We always have been. Can you find Spicetown, USA on a map? I'm not sure I could. But it's hard. It's genuinely hard to know where all 50 states are. It's genuinely, wow, wow, look at this. So they weren't waiting for the white dragon, but I was correct in that they did have a pair of them. So it's kind of interesting. So now it's good news bears for us because it looks like we probably won't lose this game. Famous last words, maybe. It looks like a Crosslord has nominated themselves for the last place, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to second that nomination. It's hard to name all the 50 states. Do you realize how many of our states are just squares? Come on, that's too many states. You needed to carve the states. The founding fathers or whoever was in charge of this, or whatever committee was in charge of this, you needed to carve the states into some more memorable shapes. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I gotta speak my truth. That's my truth. The states' shapes are way too boring. You need some razzle dazzle. One of them needed to be shaped like the graffiti S. You're telling me that the ridges of the Appalachian Mountains wouldn't have made a sick middle line to a graffiti S-shaped state? Get me into Congress right now. I'm running. He's running. Who's my Veep? Northern Line. He's Canadian. Okay. All right. This is gonna be one of those weird ones where I wasn't decisive earlier on, but now we are going for the half flush in the bamboo suit. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Gotta get rid of some risky tiles. Ooh, what a great little pickup there. What a nice little situation we've stumbled ourselves into. If things go our way, by the way, we might be even able to call a Riichi with this hand. Like, I mean, we're one tile away from Senpai. If we draw into it right now, genuinely, Lord, tell me how to say no to this. I don't think that I would be able to pass up. Like, if we drew into 2 of characters, I would throw this away and probably just call the Riichi. Waiting on the Vivian Westwind. It's a match made in heaven. That is Zuzzy. That is Flavortown, USA. That is Zuzzy. That is Zuzztastic. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Now, I will also say something else. If we draw into 2 of bamboo, waiting on the, oh no, 1 of characters is already dead. But I was gonna say waiting on 1 of characters and the Vivian Westwind, that is Zuzzy. That is downright devious, folks. That's the world that we want to live in. So, do we pawn this? Tribe called Quest, may I chi this? Can I pawn this? This is an okay situation. You've heard of okay computer. This is an okay situation. What do we want to see? I mean, I would pawn into a 2 of characters, right? We can wait on a 4-7 for that nice little tempai. Throwing Adora, okay. Seeking Adora for the end of the world. Right Lord might be able to chi or something. And it looked like someone was pausing, so it wouldn't surprise me if Right Lord had a 7-8-9 in their hand or something along those lines. Gotta be careful with Prevalent Wind Dora as the dealer. But we're 1 tile away from a half flush. Here's the thing about this open half flush though. And I don't want to ruin your life or whatever, but ruin away. Open half flushes, like the one that we have right now, it's just 2 Han, you know? It's literally the same as Tanya Red 5. And you don't see me risking the family farm, printing out a deed to the family farm, risking it all for Tanya Red 5. I do not do that. Why? Because that's a hashtag bad decision. It's like getting a tattoo during a bachelor party. It's just like, yeah, it's like, we're having fun, I think, but how are we gonna feel about this tomorrow? You know what I mean? How are we gonna feel about that? We could have had Tempai, but it's not real Tempai. Our hand wouldn't have been valid. Right, Lord, they did have a 7-8-9. Wow, Owen Wilson voice, wow. So, can we get back into this game? It's not impossible. A Hanemon gets us back, a direct hit Mangan also gets us back. Would love a hand that has a little more grit to it, like some sandpapers that I know. This hand actually does have that grit. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs, right? Riichi with a chance of Pinfu. Dora with a chance of Tanya. But now that we've drawn into a Doublé, a Michael Doublé of the Red Dragon, I'm afraid that we might have to call some pawns today. Pure double sequence chance. A chance revolution at a pure double sequence, a little Riichi action. Of course, Unfortunate. Oh. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? It's me, bitch. Okay, sorry. Some really aggressive language is coming out. I sincerely apologize. It's not how I like to conduct myself. I throw the 6, right? There's nothing we're gonna do with that. There's nothing we're gonna do with that. We're gonna pawn the red dragon. We're gonna use this as our pair, and then we're just gonna wait for a 3 and a 6 of circles. Red dragon, 2 Dora. Wow. Okay. Red dragon, 2 Dora, red 5. This is a Mongon. This is a natty Mongon. Please. Domain expansion. Winning hand. And I rarely need to use my secret technique of the domain expansion, but this guarantees that my hand is gonna hit, okay? This guarantees that my hand is gonna hit. It exerts a lot of cursed energy, but sometimes you have to do, and you're like, Yusong, no, don't do it. I must. And I trust fall backwards into the audience. Riichi, 3 Dora, red 5. It's nasty, folks. It's nasty o'clock right now. I have a chance revolution. Ipatsu. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh! Never say never. We're gonna win this one. Let me just do this real quick. Let me hit you with these. And we're in there. And we're absolutely in there. Okay, this hand, god awful. We have nothing going on for us. I cut the Dora because I'm in first place and I don't want anyone else to have it. Eastwind, not doing anything for us right now. Holy smokes. This is a nasty situation. Is this ever Tanyao? Oh, now I'm starting to think. Now I'm starting to think with portals. I'm not gonna lie to you there. This could be some kind of Tanya situation. A Crosslord in the dealer's seat. I mean, they want to win no matter what, but they also want to win big. So I'm gonna assume that this is a half flush. And you see that little pause that they did there with the 1 of circles? Might not surprise me if they go for a half flush in the circle suit. So some bamboo starts coming out. We gotta be careful with our circle tiles. We gotta be careful with our honor tiles as well. Okay. It's kind of spicy, or is it spicy? Or is it spicy? Or is spice just a social construct? How come the 1% of ramens contain 99% of the spices? Could be, I mean, I don't know what they're going for, but we'd love to see a Kiefer Sutherland here, because if we win this hand with a 1-han hand, and it's not entire, like we have some value, fortunately or unfortunately for us, we do have some value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our 1-2 shape is now our worst shape. Okay. Kiefer Sutherland would go extremely hard here. I don't know if we have the luxury, folks. I don't know if we have the luxury of pawning and cheeing when the Southwind is not guaranteed. You know what I mean? You know what I shmean? Okay, a crosser now starting to discard circle tiles. They could have it. They could have the nuts, and I'm scared of that. I'm absolutely scared of that. They could have the god, half flush or full flush in the circle suit. Eastwind should be fine. The only way they're waiting for this is if they're on a single tile wait for it at this point. Has already been discarded once by our friend Right Lord. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. Kiefer Sutherland gets us into Tempai for the single tile wait on the 4 of BAMs. But it... does this change my mind? Oh. Left Lord. What have you done? What are you trying to do here? I will not end in Zazie Furriton jail. Left Lord, what are you trying to do here? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to pull? What are you trying to what are you trying to say? You're in first place. Why would you give Right Lord that? Left Lord? Left Lord. When okay, folding. It's folding time. Folding time. Folding time. Okay, Eastwind should be fine. Dora, I was scared of throwing the door. Left Lord, do not. I don't want to reward this behavior. Oh my goodness. Thank you. VJ Bert, thank you for blessing this one with a Twitch follow, even when I'm not streaming on Twitch. I greatly appreciate it. Holy smokes. Nice chi. I mean, I'm so toxic. I'm genuinely, unironically toxic. Oh, we're so effing back. We're so effing back. It was never Jover. We're so effing back. We're so back. And we're getting our coppers. You'll never catch me alive, copper. I just need to look at that southpaw. We don't have time. We genuinely don't have time. It's gonna be an hour-long video, folks. Why this con? Why this con? Why this con? Suddenly, oh, because you're closer and closer into Tenpai. And you just want another draw? Oh, you have a keeper's other ones. Okay. I don't hate that con. And now you're keeping the riskier tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 pieces of Exodia. I don't. Oh, because why keep the riskier tile? Is it because someone called Riichi? No. You throw this. You're just waiting for a better shape, I guess. But you're not going to throw away any of these. You should be throwing this away. I mean, I don't know why I'm being so toxic right now. You call Riichi. Double-sided weight. I love this. You can't win otherwise. I love it. I love it. 2 of circles, probably going to come out. You are in last place. The world ends with you. This is a disgusting Riichi. Vivian Westwind, Red Dragon. Holy smokes. I wanted you to win this one. Oh my god, I wanted you to win this one. We would have run it back here, but this is Riichi, Red Dragon, Sumo. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. As the dealer, it's nice with it. Okay. What do you draw? 9. Safe. Relatively beef safe enough. Relatively beef safe enough. I mean, I think that these tiles are too spicy as well. I just genuinely think that they're too spicy. You chi here. If you stand for nothing, Burr, who do you chi for? You chi and then you throw the 2. Wow. I guess so. I guess so. I would have done the same thing. I guess I genuinely would have done the same thing. You're never throwing 7. But the Riichi just, I don't know. It just, the con, it just makes everyone's Riichi so strong. And you did not need to win with con. You could have just won with one Han. But then I'm like, I don't hate just trying to get another draw with it, you know? Because your hand is like awkward. You just want to see how the shapes shake out. Would I have the guts there to look at the YouTube comments if I didn't call con? And I just threw away the 2 of characters? Maybe that's the right move. Let me know in the comment section what you would have done in that situation. It's a pretty zuzzy situation, folks. It's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed the song or you enjoyed the genre, make sure to leave a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. New videos Monday through Friday. Stream highlights Saturdays and Sundays. Stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 3 p.m. PST. You can find that link in the description along with our community Discord and our VODs channel. I hope to see you there as well. Till next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.